I hate when things are purposely hard to understand, and many of the things around the disability ratings for military service members, they're just that. If you've wondered how to use the VA's disability rating chart, or how to determine your rating, you're in the right place. My name is Mitchell Hockenbury, and I'm going to provide you with a tutorial on how to determine your VA disability rating. I'm going to begin with the assumption that you have listed out all of your medical issues and rank ordered them from the highest to the lowest. If you haven't, be sure to watch my other video on how to find your disability rating. Then come back over to this one. Okay, so you have your disabilities and you've put a conservative rating next to each and then rank ordered them. Let's go through a math problem so you clearly understand how this works. Then we're going to go through the VA's chart and you'll see how the math is more conservative and the chart is easier. But you should see the math problem to know how the chart works. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I asked you to basically find each of your disabilities and figure out what that rating is. So we're going to go with the conservative number, if you remember, and we're going to rank order them from highest to lowest. So what I've done is I've looked over here and I've got here's a disability and here's its rating. And you've got disability number 1, let's just call that some skeletal problem that you have. Number 2 is some neurological condition you have. Number 3 and number 4. Doesn't really matter. But what you're going to see is you've got number 1 is a 30% rating, a 20, a 10, and a 10. We rank order them from highest to lowest. So I'm going to scroll down. Now here's the uninformed method. For those that didn't listen to my last video, please do go back. I've already said that. But here's what a lot of people think. Same things, 30, 20, 10 equals 70%. Okay, I am 70% disabled. That is wrong. You're not 70% disabled. I'm going to take you through the mathematical portion of this, and then we're going to go over to the VA benefits website, and I'll show you how to use the tables. So, this correct method, the first thing that we're going to do, so if you remember, 30% is number 1. So I'm going to take you as 100% able times 0.70 is 70%. So now your 30% disability, a lot of people will just subtract this out and say 100 minus 30%, 70%. Okay, that's great, but you still need to be able to multiply here going forward. So now we're going to take that 70%, and you'll see it over here, 0.70 times 0.80. Why? Because our number 2 is 20%. So 100% minus 20 is 80%. So we're taking that. So we got 70 times the 80 is 0.56. Now we got the two 10s. Remember, number 3 is a 10 and number 4 is also a 10. So the 0.56 times 0.90 equals 0.5040. And now we take that 0.5040 times 90% again, equals 0.4536, which is 45.36% abled. Abled. I don't even know if that's a real word, but abled. Which means then we have to figure out how much disability you have. Well, 100% able is what you start with, minus the 45.36% equals 54.64% disabled. Now, that's a far cry from the uninformed method who thought they were at 70%. They're actually at 54.64%. Now let's take it over to the actual tables. So I've got my link that'll take you to the combined ratings table, and we're going to scroll down. If we just had two things, and it actually shows you, here's an example of two disabilities. We've got the combined ratings table, okay? They're saying if you have a 50% and a 30%, which is not our example, but let's just check it out. If you have a 50%, here's the 50 right here, you see that, 50, and a 30, 10, 20, 30, that's 65%. And if you come back up here, you'll see 65%. But the 65 must be converted to 70 for your final rating. Now we're going to go through an example. They give another example of doing 3 disabilities, but I'm going to take you through the 4 ratings. All right, 30, a 20, a 10, and a 10. Remember that. So 30, we're looking for the number 30 over here, and then a 20, which is here, so we're at 44%. Now I'm going to scroll down to the 44. Remember, we still have 2 more 10s to go. So here's 44, and here's a 10. I'm going to show you at the top here, so it's got 10, 20, 30, 40. All right, so we're just looking at this first column. So we took our 44 and a 10, that's 50. Now I'm going to scroll down to the 50 and take another 10, and we're at 55%. Now, remember what we did when we looked at over here and we went through the whole mathematical part? And we came up with 54.64. That seems like a nice rounded number to 55. And then, of course, remember, as it shows up here, you got to round to the nearest percentage. So 65, and they're going to go up to 70. Well, you get to take your 55 and say that you're actually 60% disabled.
Now you know the math behind the VA disability chart and how to use the chart. Congratulations! You are well on your way to being a barracks lawyer. If you haven't already subscribed to the Personal Finance Made Clear YouTube channel, please do so, as it helps me reach more people. I have links and resources to additional information at my official website, personalfinancemadeClear.com. And then be sure to watch the video on the new BRS system next. Thanks.